Obviously, just was going to go with the pork after all. They tell me the teriyaki is spicy. We'll see about that, won't we? I missed in lighting that thing up. Oh dear, he's certainly laying it on thick. Thank you. Well, at least I managed to spend a little bit of my cash. Hopefully this will be tasty enough. Got myself a skewer of pork with, they say it was spicy teriyaki sauce. Well, they did try to warn me. And a couple of bottles of HALLABONG juice. It's that local fruit that's a cross between a mandarin and a pomelo, which I guess is a form of grapefruit. So, hey, it might be not that far removed from the beverage that I had yesterday. We'll see. All right, let's try this skewer and see just how spicy this teriyaki sauce is. It's a bit on the fatty side. I know. The fat's where the flavor is. That's weird. I know that Korean food tends to be on the spicy side, and so when they say it's spicy, it really ought to knock me on my backside. Yeah, they oversold that to me. Again, I like teriyaki sauce. It works real well on this. It's a little chewier than I'd like, and that's the fat. But spicy, this is not. And the thing is, I'm thinking that the vendor was trying to warn me because he expects that the Western palate isn't going to handle this stuff very well, which that's not giving us much credit. To say that this is spicy is just, no, it's, I mean, for someone who's grown up on, even I haven't grown up on Mexican food, but I'm certainly well accustomed to spicy food of one sort or another. This isn't it. So, I was thinking that they had some kind of spicy form of teriyaki sauce. No, this is just teriyaki sauce. And again, it's good, but it's a question of what were you expecting? If I was expecting spicy and I didn't get it, I'm not disappointed. I like it well enough. I'd have more problem with fat content, but I also have to understand this is what it is. So there's that. But considering the warning I got, it's very amusingly strange. But I'll have to finish this separately because I've gotten to the point where it's just messy for me to pull off the skewer. So we'll leave it at that. And let me go on to the HALLABONG juice, which again, this is supposedly a native orange citrus fruit, I guess, that's somewhere between a mandarin and a pomelo. And we'll see what it tastes like. I can taste the orange notes real strongly. It's actually sweet. I was expecting it to be slightly more bitter than it is. And then again, mandarins are very sweet as oranges go, so that seems to be overpowering the grapefruitiness of the pomelo. this. This is very tasty. But I shouldn't try and drink it all right now. I've still got most of my skewer to go through, and not enough time for that. So anyway, that's my little meal for the day, and we're gonna have to be getting back on the ship pretty soon. So to be sure, it's not that you or I could read this, but before we get on the bus for Dongnam Market, head us back to the ship, I have to show you this little area that I walked along while trying to find a rubbish bin from my lunch leavings. And there's a whole bunch of artwork right here along this little river. And while I can't read this, and at the moment I'm not even looking at it, I'll get a chance to look at it when I'm editing. It's just one more thing I might have missed if I hadn't tried to wander around a little bit. Again, it may be nothing to the folks who live here. Fairly, okay, it's there all the time, no big deal. But this is kind of cool to take in. And then a little park, though I don't know if anybody could actually get in here. And a sculpture that I'm sure your folks would have appreciated, honey. It just looks like their sort of thing. So there's that. There's probably also some significance in this sculpture here in Dongnam Square, for lack of a better term for it. But I don't know what it is. Without context, I'm not even going to venture a guess. But it is interesting, and I thought I might point it out as well. There's always something to look at when you're looking around. So there you are. Blink and you'll miss it. And that's been the way it is the whole time we've been here and everywhere, to be honest. I can only imagine how many things I've missed just by going to and fro and looking one direction when I should be looking in the other. I mean, there's times where you can't help it. You can only see one side out the bus. You can't take any pictures the other way. It just is that way. And you wind up missing half of everything just because you can only pick one side. It's a bit of a shame, but there's not much you can do about it. Anyway, we seem to have made it to the monument on time. We're still actually waiting for the buses to get here in a minute or two, and then we get on board the ship. It's been quite the morning. Well, I mean, technically it's afternoon now, but it's been mostly morning. And we're on our way to our next destination. So, see you in Seoul. Until then, keep an eye on me. Wish me luck. I'm gonna need it. Bye-bye now.